welcome back to In the Ring with the Heckler. I am the Heckler. Last week we started an epic journey from east to west, previewing the upcoming NFL season. Last week we did the AFC and NFC East. This week we're going to be doing the AFC and NFC North. Just like last week, we're going to start from the bottom and go all the way up. In fourth place is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to finish with a record of 8-8, 2-4 in the division. The Ravens are going to be plagued by an inconsistent offense all season. Joe Flacco is not that very elite. Ray Rice suspended for the first 2 games. And Steve Smith, he's kind of old. He's not going to be the threat that he once was in Carolina. So they're going to be plagued by that, and the defense isn't good enough to overcome that like in the Ray Lewis days where they could just, go 6 games without scoring an offensive touchdown and win 4 of those. In third place, just above the Ravens, is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are going to come back down to earth after having a tremendous season last year, where they made the playoffs and almost won that division. Actually, if my memory serves me, I think they did win the division. Though this year they're going to have another second half swoon, but they're not going to be good enough to overcome it this time, as they finished just under that playoff cusp in the AFC. They're going to finish 8-8, not even really contend, but they're going to fight hard all year. And above them, yeah, here it comes. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns, led by either Johnny Manziel or Hoyer, right? It's not going to really matter who leads them because the Browns are going to be led by Ben Tate and the running attack, as well as that stout defense and not give up points. They're going to finish 9-7. They're going to finish 4-2 in the division. They're going to possibly contend for a playoff push there in Cleveland. And yes, I've drank the Kool-Aid. It tastes pretty good so far from where I stand. So there's that. And winning the division is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last year, they pretty much had to win out and have a whole lot of things happen for them to make the playoffs, to back their way in. They got denied last year. This year, they're going to kind of handle their business in the division as well as out. They're going to finish 11-5 and leave nothing to doubt, and they're going to make the playoffs this year. Now we're going to go to some in-division awards. Based on my prediction of the Browns finishing 9-7 and 4-2 in division, the coach of the division is going to be Mike Pettine of the Cleveland Browns. The player of the division, or the MVP, is going to be Big Ben Roethlisberger of Pittsburgh. I mean, he's going to have a solid all-pro, kind of Pro Bowl season to lead Pittsburgh to an 11-5 record. Ben Tate, though, he's going to be pushing really hard behind Big Ben for that award, but I think in the end, Roethlisberger and the 11-5 record is enough to be the player of the division. The newcomer of the division, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be old man Steve Smith. Now, I mean, he's no longer the vertical threat he used to be, but he does still have some speed in those legs, so he's going to stretch that defense on the opposite of Torrey Smith. But what he's going to really bring to the Ravens is going to be what they lost when they lost Anquan Boldin to the 49ers. It's going to be that possession receiver, somebody that can go 15 yards, turn around, block out the cornerbacks, and just get that possession to get the chains moving, keep it moving, and everything like that. So Steve Smith is going to bring that back, a dimension of that. He's not as tall as Anquan, but he has that big, wide body. So he's going to give the Ravens a much-needed dimension in that passing game. Unfortunately, he's about 5-6 years too late for that offensive attack to take that next step, which would probably be to get a receiver that's big, tall, can stand on the opposite of Torrey Smith. Defensive player of the division is going to be Joe Hayden of the Cleveland Browns. He plays corner. He's going to lock down the number 1 receiver on all the teams that oppose the Browns. And if they are going to make that push, they are going to get that 9-7 record. They are going to dominate the division and possibly make the playoffs. Joe Hayden's going to have to have a defensive player of the year type of performance. And he's going to be one of those guys, as we talked with, for the NFL defensive player of the year as well. So it's not going to be just a divisional thing. He's going to lock down everyone that he comes across. The offensive player of the division is going to be A.J. Green of the Bengals. A.J. Green of the Bengals, it's not going to be his fault that the Bengals don't make the playoffs or they finish 8-8. It's kind of going to be the defense coming back to roost kind of thing. But A.J. Green is going to prove that he was the one that pretty much got Andy Dalton that huge contract the Bengals signed him in the offseason. Because without A.J. Green, Andy Dalton's just pretty much a mediocre quarterback at best. So the rookie of the division is the aforementioned Justin Gilbert of the Cleveland Browns. He's going to be on the other side of Joe Hayden, and he's going to get a lot of opportunity to prove his worth starting from week 1 because teams are going to try to not throw Joe Hayden's way. Justin Gilbert's going to basically say, no, I am that good. You're going to have to throw it his way sometimes, otherwise I'm just going to go to the house plenty of times. So basically, they're going to justify the high draft pick that the Browns used on Justin Gilbert. But it solidifies their defense as Ben Tate solidifies their offense in the backfield, And like I said, the Browns are going to make that push because of all these things coming together. That's it for the AFC North. And if you like that, remember to hit subscribe. Comment below if you don't agree. If you're a Bengals fan and you think, who's this young guy? Where's the old guy that knows about football? Well, I just shaved a little bit, so I'm not really that young. So it's the same guy. I may be a little crazy, but hey, if you don't agree, comment below. And like I said, remember to subscribe and share with your football friends out there. They're gonna want to know what I want to say. Maybe that's my ego, but who knows? Coming up next though is gonna be the NFC North.